Hi guys, I'm Sensor, and I just wanted to share with you something that I and a whole load of other battlefielders have been doing recently on Paracel Storm. You may have seen JackFrags' video where he theorises as to what the unknown massive Easter egg might be, and that it could be something involving the prehistoric shark Megalodon. Now if you haven't seen the video, I'll pop a link to it in the description so you can go there, watch it, and get a sense for why this is happening. But essentially it sparked off something huge. I mean, people have been searching this map for hours now, so many hours collectively, for any hints that might point towards it. And there are a ton of minor things that just don't seem to qualify as being a proper Easter egg, like the Plants and Zombies plant on Dawnbreaker is, but just seem out of place or genuinely seem like clues as to something larger. Now recently Marcus Hedberg has tweeted that there isn't a Megalodon to be found, but that hasn't really changed much as the Easter egg is still out there, and they keep referencing the word ship. Now considering the environment and theme of Paracel Storm and the amount of strange things on it, I'm still guessing we're on the right map, and I'm not taking any credit for having found these first or anything. This isn't what this video is about. Many people on Reddit and other forums were no doubt miles ahead at the time. This is just what me and a few others managed to turn up on an empty server while it was all happening, with people coming in and collaborating with us on what they knew versus what we did. And it was just a whole load of fun running around searching the map, so I wanted to show you guys the weird things that got turned up so you could go look for them if you haven't already, and to record this weird little sort of treasure hunt that happened at the start of Battlefield 4's life. And before we begin, I just want to say apologies for the lack of sound. This was all happening at about 4 in the morning and Dxtory decided to not pick up my headphone sounds, and I obviously missed a setting somewhere. It won't happen again. Now first things first, if you look at the screen now, you can see, if I get my legs out of the way, a little sort of teardrop shaped stone. This is the first thing that was found. You can see it there, very weird sort of circular shape. People thought it was a heart at first, but it's definitely a teardrop when you illuminate it. And people, I mean, the theory behind it is, at the moment, is sort of that it's raindrop, therefore whatever needs to be triggered, it needs to be triggered when the storm's happening. It could be pointing somewhere, we don't know for sure. Now, the next thing is this strange little path north of the map, directly north of the map on an island, and it cuts straight through all the grass. I mean, you can see it there, it's direct. It could be just a bug or an error. It's definitely there for everyone though, and right at the end of it, in between all these cluster of rocks, is a little hollowed out area that we've chucked various flares into, had a look around as best we can. It's out of bounds, so obviously you only have 10 seconds. We haven't found anything there though, so on to the next point, which is this strange little cluster of rocks. Now they look like teeth or a spine or something coming out the back of them. We've sort of surmised by people who have been adventurous to jump down, because again it's out of bounds, but it is just rock. It just seems really weird, and we sort of caught our eyes, we were flying around, but doesn't seem to be anything in particular, so if you want to try and make more of it, feel free, but as you can see, we move on pretty fast from that. And onto something slightly more interesting. Now, I think this is definitely more deserved of the term clue than anything else. I have a little bit of trouble getting over the barrier here, but as you can see now, it says 1015 with an up arrow to the left of it. Now, there are a couple of reasons why this is very interesting, and I do zoom in a sec so you get a better shot. Here you go. 1015 arrow up, and it's very interesting because if you go up in an MAV above the teardrop that we saw, it says 1015 on the marker on the left, and if some guy realised that if you go to the longitude and latitude of 1015 each, then it points you to exactly where the shipwreck is once the evolution happens. So could obviously be a coincidence, but it's just one of those things that, you know, if there was definitely clues pointing towards something, this definitely seems like one of them. So now moving on from that, you can see just on the other side of it, there is the text raw, which again signals dinosaurs, as DICE, you know, has been this long running trend, but combined with everything else in the proximity to 1015, it does seem to signify, again, a clue to something. Definitely one of the more noticeable ones. I don't know how I missed it originally, as you can see I'm typing there. And it is also random. I mean, you have a teardrop shape, you have this weird path in the sand, you have raw, you have 1015. It doesn't really seem to make much sense altogether. But that's definitely one of the more legible ones, you know, 1015 combined with raw. So if there were going to be points that were pointing towards a clue or some larger event, I believe that those will probably be the ones that are going to give us the most weight in finding it. Now onto something that is probably just a generic message. It says, before dropping tank, disconnect elect plug from fuel cell, access panel located inside. Now we tried blowing it up with C4 and 320s, shooting it, etc., and nothing's come as a result. But it is slightly strange in the fact that you have to sort of glitch jump up the side, as you can see my teammate doing there, and it's something that you would definitely miss. You know, I mean, it's not apparent, and it seems a strange bit of detail to hide there when there's not many bits of detail like that, redundant details in the map. And there's a bronze panel below that kind of weird shape marks on it. So I thought I wouldn't discount it entirely, but as it's on each of the satellite dishes on the ship, and it seems like more a generic message than a clue, I wouldn't give it much weight in terms of finding the Easter egg from it. And that's pretty much it in terms of what we found our efforts go. As you can see, there were some weird kind of things going on there. But after that, as we weren't finding anything, we decided to just have a bit of fun amongst ourselves because, well, why not? We've got 38 tickets left, so we figured may as well just have some light-hearted fun between us while we're not actively playing the game. There was something else though that was slightly strange, and me and my teammates certainly never realised it in the first place. So I'll just show you this strange little hidden platform right now. And here it is. You just fly up here, land roughly where you believe it is, and you find yourselves on a completely invisible platform, which is kind of freaky when you first step out because you think, oh god, how big is this thing? I'm going to fall off soon. But it is just kind of one of those cool things that I figured I'd point out. There you go. And as you can see, we are on nothing at all. Nothing supporting us, which is just one of those weird things that comes with Battlefield games, I guess. Oh, also, I didn't realise this, but apparently you can turn out the flames of from your fighter jets using a flare, as you'll see me do in a second. So there we are, I've Sauron type stuff, me shooting away at it, wondering what else you can get away with, and I randomly take out a flare and pop, there we go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I enjoyed looking around and seeing all the various weird things on the map, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.